Hi, I'm Ariana,
Hi, I'm Shantia. And
Hi, I'm Xenia, and we are Voices of Niagara.
a project of Create a Healthier Niagara Falls Collaborative. We build a healthier community by reconnecting people back to our city. We preserve people's stories through media, strengthening generations to come by engaging everyone's culture and promoting compassion.
Voices of Niagara will release a weekly podcast and video series on our website, YouTube, and iTunes.
subscribe to our channel, share, and comment down below what you want to see Voices of Niagara do next. Remembering so we don't forget.
Sitting on the stoop with the M&Ms melting in my hand.
Probably when I was little, my grandmother came over from France, and we went on the Maid of the Mist when I was very, very little, and we did a lot of sightseeing with my family from France.
Walking to Main Street with my mother, going to Grant's store. It was a discount store, and having hot dogs with mustard and toasted buns and all that stuff. That's the best hot dog that ever was.
I was a little boy, and I remember I was at my house. I used to live on Michigan Avenue, and I was running around a corner, and I slipped on the hardwood, and I hit my face. I bit through my bottom lip, and that's one of the first things I remember being a kid. Yeah.
Just in general.
Just in general, I remember being a baby, and you know those like big red tubes. They're like, they don't gotta be red, but they're like those like fabric tubes that you stretch out. And it's like a tunnel,
yeah.
you know. I remember crawling through one of those with my mom on the other end of it, like, you know, looking in, like calling me. So I was probably like not even a year old.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that until I was 5. Seriously.
So when I was a kid, I used to love to go on Main Street because there was a lot of stores and a lot of things to do, restaurants, just a lot of different places. I loved going to the Winter Garden when I was a kid. None of you guys know what the Winter Garden is. But it was a huge, like botanical gardens, and it was attached to a mall that was downtown where the culinary school is now. And all that empty space in between was a big glass building filled with flowers and trees, and I swore I was going to get married there, but they tore it down before the husband came, so.
When she's describing it, it was a botanical garden, so it's really just a building with a whole bunch of plants in it. And that doesn't even sound like all that interesting on the surface, but like the way she described it was so beautiful, and it was obviously so special to her. So I was just wondering, are there any places like that for you guys where it doesn't seem like something that's really special, but like when you think about it, it just means a lot to you?
This might sound really weird, but it was a gas station.
Okay.
It was this really cool gas station that my mom used to take me to get super donuts, like these really good donuts that we eat in Chicago. And she used to take me there all the time to get them, and they were really good. And I just loved the gas station so much because it was like a really big store to me when I was little. It was like really big. The ceiling, couldn't even touch it. It was crazy.
My earliest memory is of a house that my mother and I and my sister, and I believe my mother's boyfriend Max, lived in. And we had a pool in the backyard, a little plastic pool in the backyard. And I remember living there and just being happy and loving life and enjoying it.
I think I remember being at like family events where like a lot of people around. Like I remember from being very young, like being at my grandparents' house or being at my parents' house when people were over. Probably my earliest memory.
We used to take the big wooden chairs and put them in a circle back to back and keep them open. I'll probably demonstrate it with these, but like we used to keep them open with a circle in the middle. And we put a big, huge comforter blanket over top, and we'd sit on the inside with blankets on the floor. We'd pop popcorn, and we'd watch scary movies. Me, my brother, my sister, and my parents. My parents never got in there, just my siblings and me. But they would sit on the couch, and we would stare out, and we'd put the blankets like a tent. And it used to be super fun.
And this is when we were about to leave. We were moving, and I was in my aunt's house, and then everybody came over, like all my family came over there to say goodbye and everything. And my dad walked us to the train. He didn't come with us, though. He walked us to the train, and then we got on the train, and the train started pulling off, and I put my hand on the glass, and I just started crying. And then we came here, and we didn't go back.
what makes you remember certain things? What makes you remember?
Probably when they
something
happen
so
more than
small?
once,
Yeah.
or when they're like, they make you feel like that guy on the screen was talking about the emotions you feel at different times.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like a certain emotion that stays in you forever once you get it.